painted 2 of my canvases black. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna push this one up here. I'm gonna go ahead and get this last one painted. And I got black everywhere, but that's okay too. Thank you for the sprinkles, Karen. I'm gonna go ahead and get this one painted too. And then I'm gonna give you a little tip of the day on these little shelf sitters. All right, I'm gonna get some on here. This black covers really good. Hey, Deborah Ann. So we're just gonna paint our sides. Y'all know I don't hardly ever paint my sides, but when you do a black background, you kind of have to. So y'all know me. Gotta do it. So we're gonna just get a layer in this black. Even though the white seems to have gone downhill quickly, the black is really good and opaque. Even over this white canvas, the coverage is excellent. So the pigment in the black paint is really very satisfactory. So I'm gonna get my sides done. Then we will spread it on top of the top. And we're gonna hit it with a blow dryer. So anywho, so yeah, the discount in the Shattered Circle is a new thing because I've gotten some better pricing on my glass and such. So as a member, you get VIP pricing on glass products, and hopefully we are in the works on getting lots of other products that we use fairly consistently inside our group and doing our resin art. And we're working on some pricing structures for that as well, so that we can give our lovely, encouraging, kind, generous members discounts on pretty much everything. We want to give them discounts on our glass, resin, tools, everything. So we're working diligently on making that happen because our members are the bomb diggity. I probably shouldn't say that, you know, the B word, whatever. Do you? Let's go, Gretchen. Let's get them painted. All right, so I'm gonna get my dryer and I am gonna make sure these are all dry. So yeah, one of the pieces behind me is our May project. It's called Seaside Serenity. I'm a beachy girl, so every year in the circle, I try to do at least one beach project because I could literally do 5. Yay, Kathleen! Yay! Darby, we do not have that set up yet. As I said a second ago, we're still working on making that happen so that you don't have to like enter discount codes. So we're hoping to have that resolved by the end of the week. So just hold off on ordering until we let you know. And if you're in the group, we'll let you know what to do and all that stuff. So just give us a little more time. Sherry's working really hard to get that figured out. And with a baby on her hip, brand new little infant on her hip. Let me see, I got a little wetness there. There has not been a discount in the past. We do have some of our founding members from when I first started 5 years ago get discounts, but we have not had a across-the-board discount inside the Shattered Circle up until now. So if you'll just be a little patient, we're going to get that going. And we will post inside the group when it's done. It's still a little wet on a couple of the edges, but I think it's going to be okay. We're just gonna move on. So let me give you a little hint about these little babies, okay? These little 4x4s, they come in a 9-pack at Michael's, and they are back stapled, okay? So one edge of that canvas, hang on, gotta plug in. Y'all be yelling at me. One side of that canvas is going to be that folded over edge. I don't know if you can see it, but it's always a little bumpy, okay? So when you're doing a piece on a folded canvas, you want to test to make sure, because this is the folded edge, and if you paint it this side up, it's gonna sit on that folded edge and it's a little wobbly. So you wanna try, and sometimes, I don't know if you can see that, but sometimes that folded under edge protrudes out past the canvas, and it really doesn't sit well when it does that. So you wanna make sure you are, your right side up is not on the folded edge and that it sits really well and sturdy on that edge. So I'm gonna find my best edge. That one's good. On all three of my canvas, that's a little wobbly because of that folded edge. So we're gonna turn it. Yeah, see, it's kind of bendy right there. So we're gonna find our best edge and then we're gonna lay that down so I know which side is up. Not that it matters with the flower, but on some things it does matter. So you just wanna make sure that you are painting in the correct way so that you don't have a wobbly canvas, because nobody likes that. Nobody wants a wobbly canvas. All right, so I am going to grab, I hate not being at my studio because I do not have the proper paintbrush, even though I thought I brought a ton of paintbrushes with me. Now I'm mad. I'm just gonna have to make do. So I'm gonna use this flat brush for a tornado watch. Girl, go to the basement now. All right, so this is like a number, doesn't say. Oh, it's a 5/8 flat, right? So we are gonna do two different kinds of flowers. We're gonna do a pink flower, and then we're gonna do two pink flowers, and we're gonna do one coral. So I'm gonna start with my pink, since we're gonna do two of those. So I'm gonna put my hot pink on my plates, and I'm gonna put my light pink, which is poodle skirt, I believe. It's sunny and warm here. Oh my goodness. We're gonna get poodle skirt. Don't want to come out. Let's see what we can do here. There we go. And obviously we're gonna get some whites. Cookies to the shelter, there you go. In Arkansas, my goodness, that's probably gonna hit us this afternoon or tonight. If it's in Arkansas, it's gonna be here in a minute. All right, so three colors. We have a dark pink, a light pink, and a white. And we are going, I'm gonna use this brush. Normally I would use a big fat round, but I don't have a big fat round with me at my house. So I'm gonna make do with what I have, all right? So these are gonna be roses, special request from a friend who is gifting them to some of her people. And so we're just gonna go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna start with, my nails are orange and they're disgusting. I'm taking this off tonight. It's so bad. I had to cut them all off because I broke 3 in one day, and now they're just terrible. So basically I'm gonna take my hot pink to start, and I'm just gonna make a circle. And you don't want it to be perfect because no rose is perfectly round. All right, so we're gonna just make And I like to, when I'm doing roses, I like to think about like parentheses, okay? So you're going to get your brush loaded and you're gonna make a parenthesis and a parenthesis and a parenthesis and just keep going back and forth and making those parentheses as you go, right? So I'm gonna set this one up here and we're gonna do some parentheses on this one. I'm trying to keep them straight so don't get crookedy. All right, so we're gonna do it again. So I'm gonna we're gonna do some leaves on these too. So be very generous with your paint. All right, now I'm gonna rinse that off and we're gonna go ahead and do our coral as well. So I'm gonna use my darkest color to start. And that way. This is called watermelon. It's a really fun orangey red. Look at that, so pretty. And I'm gonna rinse that brush and then we're gonna do the same thing with the watermelon. All right, so I'm just gonna load it and just make some parentheses. All right, so I'm gonna rinse that off too. And I'm gonna hit these. I want this to be my background. So I'm gonna hit these for 2 seconds with a little heat. All under storm watch. Is everybody from the South? I'm gonna hit these real quick and get it dry so we can move on to our next layer. My goodness, y'all, everybody needs to be in the basement. Wisconsin? Is the whole country under a tornado watch but us? Oh goodness. Hey Amy, long time. All right, we'll let that cool for 1 second. Where did that come from? A little nugget of glass. And I'm gonna start back with my first one. I want to make sure that's cool. Beautiful here in Bama. Yeah, it's pretty here too, so, oh no. Let me go. So I'm gonna go back into my pink again. We're gonna do another coat just to cover some of this black. All right, so we're gonna go into that pink and add a little more, very generously. And now I'm just gonna offload on my paper towel, just get some of that excess off. And I'm gonna go into the poodle skirt pink, get my brush pretty saturated, and I'm gonna do that same thing. We're gonna do parentheses, all right? So we're gonna come in, we're gonna make just some parentheses. I'm gonna offload, I'm gonna grab up a little bit of that watermelon just to see. Now remember, we're gonna be adding glass on top of this. So we just wanna kind of get a little hint of flower petals. So I'm gonna add some white. Wish I had my round brush, it's a little harder. And I'm gonna let that sit, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna add a little more of that darker color on top. I like to layer the colors so it's not just one flat theme. So we're gonna come here, we're gonna do this one. I'm gonna start with my dragon fruit again. We're just going to fill that in so the black disappears. All right, I'm gonna offload, I'm gonna get some of that poodle skirt. That poodle skirt pink is thick. He's very angry. All right, offload, I'm gonna grab some of that coral watermelon color. I'm just gonna add Just a little bit here and there. Now I'm gonna get my white. Trying to like squish my brush all in. So it's more like a round. All right, so we're gonna set that one aside. We're gonna go to this one. And we're gonna second coat that watermelon color. This color is really pretty, really. All right, I'm gonna get, oh, I forgot to squeeze some of this out. This is watermelon. This is bright salmon. Bright salmon. Let's check it out. It's kind of orangey pink. Let's see how that works. Might be a little light. No, I got some white on there too. So we're just building color right now. Let's offload and grab a little bit more of that white to come on the edge of our flower. All right, I'm gonna hit these again, and we're gonna go one more time. What do you say? The heat gun is the best thing since sliced bread for making your art go faster. Thank you, Georgia. Really gets things going. I don't know what I did without it back in the day. Oh wow, Sherry. That's crazy. Y'all got crazy weather. Crazy. All right, while I wait for that to cool off and dry, I'm gonna add, I have some glass leaves that I'm gonna add. So I want, hang on, I pre-cut these at the studio so I wouldn't have glass all over my house. But I am going to add a leaf, and I want to kind of keep it in at least similar to that piece of glass. That was that one, right? Yeah. All right, so this one is going to be my first one. I'm going to use the Hauser Green. We'll stick a little on the plates, and then one little droplet of the avocado. These greens are from last night's sunflower challenge. All right, so I'm going to get a smaller brush, and we're going to paint in. I'm going to start with the light green. I'm just going to give myself a little leaf. Right off the page. All right, so that's for that one. And let's see, for this one, I have a little bit, let's do that. I'm gonna trace it out so I don't mess it up. Just a little bit, and we will paint that leaf because I wanted them to have the glass. All right, so that goes with that one. We don't want to get it mixed up. And here's this one. And this one's kind of weird shaped. So, and guys, do you know what these are? These are literally the bottom of a wine glass, like what sits on the table, the feet or whatever you want to call it, the little round bottom. That is what this is, broken wine glass. Swear it, wouldn't lie. Would not lie to you. All right, so let's do that. We'll add a little bit of green. Goodwill is the best place for finding stuff like that. All right, so now we'll set those where they belong. And this one, I'm just gonna go ahead, and it's almost dry, so I'm gonna go ahead and just add a little more green. It's gonna have glass on top, so I just want a little base. And I'm gonna go ahead and do my shading, even though that glass is probably gonna cover it up. I just like to do it anyway, because that's how I roll. So I am going to come where it meets the sunflower. I've been saying sunflower so much, I don't even know where I am anymore. Okay, where it meets the rose, and then we'll get a little bit of white. We'll hit this side. And I'm gonna get a little bit of that dark green again and just make a little something there. All right, so I know our glass is gonna cover most of that up, but I like to do it anyway. All right, so let's do this one. Same way, it's almost dry, so I think it is safe, and then we'll finish up our flowers. Just build in that color. All right, a little bit of dark green. We'll start here and pull up. A little bit of white on the other side. I don't have the right brushes, y'all. It's driving me crazy. All right, so last one. That one's still kind of wet. I'm gonna pop it 1 quick second. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Joanne. Michelle, I have a tape, ouch. I have occasionally painted on the back side of the glass, but not very often. It's not because it's hard, it's not really hard, but sometimes it just doesn't stick well. So look at this leaf. And like I said, probably none of this is gonna show, but I like to feel like if it does, we at least know it will be, it'll look finished, right? Cinnamon, yes, I said cinnamon so many times last night. Oh, cinnamon and white, cinnamon and white. 1,000 times. So I'm gonna get a little bit of that dark green, and we're gonna come up and over, shadow. Then I'll get a little white, so we'll do the other side. A little bit more. All right. Again, that's probably not going to show, but that's who I am. All right, so this one looks the driest, and that is his leaf right there. So we're going to start here, and I'm going to go, I need more of my pink. That's exactly right, Angela. So if you don't have a glass leaf, at least you know how to finish it. Oh, that was a lot. All right, so we're going to go in, and I am just going to add a little more color where I feel like it needs it. I'm going to get a little white. And I like that watermelon so much, I think I'm going to grab some of that too. I'll put a little bit in the middle and a few little spots here and there. Now we're going to add glass to this, so this is kind of just futzing, but I'm a futzer, so we're going to do it. All right, so like so. Well, it doesn't look near as pretty on the iPad as it does in person. All right, so again, we're gonna use the dragon fruits. I'm just gonna come around. We're gonna get that little paint booger off. All right, I'm gonna add some of that watermelon color just because I can. I should put a little bit more white on that one too, but I'll get it in just a second. All right, a little bit of white. Ugh, missed my round brush. I'm gonna throw a little bit of white over here as well. Okay, now this is our coral. It had that watermelon color to start. This one really turned out kind of pretty. I'm gonna share in a little bit of that pink too. We'll go with a little white. That one looks really nice. Not particularly happy with this one, so let's see. I need to just leave it be because it's gonna have so much glass. Leave it be. All right, we're gonna hit these with a dryer. Then we're gonna do something super fun to it. Trying to keep my leaves with my rose petals. Hey, Phyllis. Oh no. You need a hat, boo. That's right. All right. So I have my little pen. We're gonna start with this. This is that Master's Touch pen from Hobby Lobby. It's just a really fine black illustration marker. And I am going to add just a little bit of line work to our flower. So just squiggly lines in and out of areas. All right, so kind of like that. I'm gonna leave that here for just a second so that you can see it close up and I won't wiggle. Yeah, it's not scary, Becky, at all, really. I know it sounds like it might be, but it's not. It's not so bad. So what you're gonna do the same thing. I'm just making a few little lines. I'm gonna start, see how I have a little curve here? I'm gonna start into here and just wiggle a little curve. Then I'm gonna start like right here and wiggle one, and I'm gonna bring it all the way around, almost like a 6. And then I'm gonna just start here and wiggle around that like a backward C. And we're just gonna continue like that around the flower. I want to add a few little things so you can see again the little bits of line work that makes it so much nicer. Uh-oh. 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 That's it. That's it. Right. And this one, we'll end with this one. And same thing, we're just gonna go right into that leaf, add a little line work, and I'm gonna start with this curve. I'm gonna come in and go around, and then I'm gonna start in the middle, and I'm gonna make that's kind of an E. And there, and we're just really making squiggles. So it looks kind of like the petals, all right? So there's that one. And now we're gonna do something even more fun. It is very satisfying, isn't it, Cindy? It's like, okay, you made me mad. Now I'm gonna take my anxiety out on this bottle. Okay, so now I have this gold marker, and we are going to just add a little gold flavor. These are going to 3 different people. 3 flowers for 3 friends. All right, so gold marker, it is Deco Color Premium Gold Metallic. And we are going to, I'm just gonna come around where my black lines are and add a little gold. Don't cover your black line, just kind of accentuates. All right there, we'll come around. And I'm making shorter strokes too. So, and I'll show you this close up. All right, I'm gonna add one little bit to my leaf too. Not that it's gonna show. So the gold really makes it pop. I love this gold marker too. I got a silver one too. I hadn't used it yet. All right, so we're gonna do that. Then that will go there. I'm gonna need to clean that up a little. It's got something in it. So I'm gonna just a little swoop of gold there. And again, I'm just gonna come around and make some short gold strokes right snugged up next to my gold line. Ooh, there we go. And then that will go there. And last one, just a little swoop of gold here. And we will follow our little squiggle lines all the way around. I want literally to put this gold on everything. I want to paint everything black now, and I want to add the gold marker to it. That's how pitiful I am. All right, just like that. So pretty, look, flash. This is how I did the flowers. Thank you, Deanna. This is how I did the flowers in my bedroom closet too. And someday I'm gonna finish that closet. I am a 90%er, y'all. I'm a 90%er, so I get things 90% done, and then I move to the next project. That's just how I am. I wish I wasn't, but it's the truth. I'm gonna clean these a little with dirty water, and it's just true. And I have not finished my closet yet, and I'm not happy about it, but it doesn't make me get in there and clean it or organize. I still have stuff sitting on the floor. It's has the potential to be so pretty. Hang on, I'm gonna use my shirt just to get my fingerprints off of it. And this is gonna go here. And it is hanging off the edge a little, but I did hone that point. So it's gonna be fine. So let's see, we need to clean this one. My water is so dirty. I'm gonna just brush it on there. That old dirty water. And then I'm gonna use my t-shirt that's the same color to get it off. Louise, it is a Deco Color Gold marker from Hobby Lobby, Michael's, wherever. Hang on. Hang on, y'all. This one was really dirty. All right, so that one will go there. And this one, I don't think it was as dirty. Nope, it's fairly clean. It's not now, but it was. All right, that one looks right here. Okay, so now let's put all our brushes in the water. I'm gonna move my plate away, my pencil, and I'm gonna add my glass, okay? So the glass that I have, I'm gonna start with the pink. This was literally a pink votive, just a small, like 3-inch, 4-inch pink votive from Hobby Lobby that I got on clearance. And I just busted it up with my nippers. So we're gonna start, I think this one might be more, I'm gonna do this. We're gonna start with the coral kind of colored one. And I'm just gonna start, I'm gonna move this just for a second. And I'm just gonna start adding my glass. I'm gonna overlap. We're just gonna add bits and pieces. It's really big. We'll do that. And I like my glass to not meet end to end. So I don't want the points to be like this. I want it like this, okay? So that they kind of overlap just like a petal would. And let's go to the inside and see if we can't tuck one of these in. These pieces are a little big. I got some little baby ones too though. Excuse me. Right there. And I got a little piece here, and you can still see the variation of color in the rose painted part, and you can definitely see the gold. So I'll show you these close up as soon as we, excuse me, as soon as we resin them. So now I'm gonna stick my little leaf in, and that is gonna be so stinking cute. All right, so there's one. So now we'll take this one, and I have another little bag of glass vase at Hobby Lobby. I find that very strange because I pretty much find them every time I go. Every time. So that, now I did nip these with my nippers and I did hone the points. Okay, so the points are filed down so that they're not sharp, just so you know that. So let's, that might be too big. We may work without that one. We'll start here. That fits perfect. And then we'll overlap and put that one there. We may even fit that one in. It's big. Let me do that one here. It doesn't want to sit upright. Maybe we'll do it like that. There we go. That's better. That's better. This needs to go on the outside though. It's kind of like putting a puzzle together when you're doing this. You just want to fit them, all the pieces together. And I know it seems backwards to start on the outside, but it's just easier to tuck in the small pieces. It's easier to know. For me personally, maybe you guys do it different, but for me personally, it's easier for me to start with the big on the outside and then work my way around the inside. Right, let's do this one here. So cute. Stand up the way you're supposed to. And my old fat fingers do not want to work. All right, just get in there. And this one, we'll do like right there. All right, and we'll set that one aside. We have one more, and that's all the pink glass I had, so I had to go to clear. All right, Now, I have clear glass. Same thing. I bought this at Hobby Lobby. It was a little candle votive over in the candle section. And it's kind of iridescent, so I love it. So it flashes all different colors. So yeah, candle is where this came from. Candle area. All right, so we got the big ones. That worked out perfectly. Now, I'm gonna do this. And we'll do, I need one that stands up. Here we go. Here, we'll tuck her in. These don't want to stand up. I didn't do a very good job. We'll tuck that one in. And we got another baby. And this baby. And this baby. Get in there. Perfect. All right. Got 3 little leftovers here too. So I'll put those in there. I'll save my little bags. And we are ready to resin, guys. Let me get that situated. So look how cute. Cute. So after we're done with resin, I am gonna add, I haven't decided yet. Look at these seed beads I found at Hobby Lobby. They're kind of frosty green. I don't know if they're going to, the frosty is gonna go away when we pour resin, but we're gonna do a test. We're gonna test that theory. And I brought these two just in case. So let's do resin. Let me put my flower colors here. So, all right, so I'm gonna put all of these here and I'm gonna get a little cup. I'm thinking for all 3, I'm gonna get a bigger cup. I'm gonna do, I don't like that glass piece right there. Let me look, hang on. Distracted, squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. I don't have another big one, so it'll have to stay. I think probably 1/2 ounce each, so that would be 1.5 ounces of each color, y'all, each parts. So I'm gonna do 3/4, where is it? That cup is terrible. I'm gonna do 3/4 ounce of resin. I'm gonna throw that out because you can't see anything on that. And we're gonna do 3/4 ounce of hardener. And hopefully that's gonna make me 1.5 ounces. So hopefully that'll be plenty. I think it's overkill, but we'll find out once we pour it, right? So I'll let you know how many it took for all 3 of these. So I'm gonna put my gloves on. 90% off, that's what I'm talking about. No idea what Rose said. If she can make cut glasses as you have business, so we can buy from you. Yeah, I can't cut glass like this for 1,000 people. I don't have that kind of time in my life. All right, so I'm gonna grab my resin. I use art resin, most of you know this. I use art resin exclusively, all right? So we're gonna do 3/4 ounce hardener, 3/4 ounce resin. And I'm gonna do the hardener first, or the resin. So we're gonna start with this one, then I'll put it away. So I'm gonna, excuse me, hiccup. I'm gonna pour very slowly so I don't over pour. Once it gets close to my line, I like to stop pouring and let it kind of grow because it like just gets bigger and bigger and more full. And then it ends up being right on that line, just like that. So yeah, you want to stop a little in advance. Now I'm going to do my white top, which is the hardener. Dun, 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 dun. What's that the theme to? Dun, 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 dun. Anybody know? Thank you, Wendy. One more drop, I think. The Kool-Aid Mom one. Jeopardy is correct. Lou is the winner of a big hug from me. All right, so obviously that's this is a 1 ounce cup. That's 3/4 ounces in each. That's not gonna mix together. So I do have a 2 ounce cup. Yes, Jeopardy. So I'm just gonna scrape all that into my 2 ounce cup and then we will get to mixing. All right, so we want to get all that good stuff out so that we are ensured that we still have equal parts. All right. So I'm going to go around that cup with my little stick and scrape out every bit that I can. All right. And then I'll do that with this one. Kathy, if you join the Shattered Circle, we cover every bit of that. You need a scoring tool for sheet glass, so you need different tools for different cuts. To bust up a vase, to make these curves like I made for these flowers, you need wheeled nippers to start with. They do make more expensive tools, but I like, if you're a beginner, I like to encourage you to get the lesser expensive. And I believe they still sell wheeled nippers at Hobby Lobby, but they do sell them in the tile department at Home Depot and Lowe's as well. So for cutting these, all you need is wheeled nippers, all right? So, but for cutting like cross strips and like these leaf shapes and such, you need a scoring tool and breaking pliers. So it just depends on what you're doing. And there's tons of videos in the Shattered Circle on how to cut all of those things. So I'm gonna stir. So if anybody has any questions about anything involving art, glass art, resin, just holler, let me know. I'll be happy to answer your questions. If you have a question about the Shattered Circle, what we offer, if you have any questions at all, I would be happy to answer them. We would love for you to join us in the Shattered Circle. We do close the doors at midnight. We're only open for a few days, so we close the doors to the Shattered Circle on Sunday at midnight. But if you wanted to get your hands on this chinoiserie vase that I created especially for new people, you have to join before Friday at midnight. That's our early bird bonus, and I'll show it to you as soon as we're done. It is spectacular, if I say so myself. All right, so no questions about the group. That's awesome. So I'm stirring. I'm trying to watch the clock. I don't know if was anybody timing me. I'm trying to watch the clock, but I can't promise anything. I don't like these cups either because they have a little notch in them. Isn't it cute, Lou? So cute. I bought mine. The first batch I bought Judy, I got at Home Goods. But then I went on Amazon because I wanted to give a napkin to all the new people who received the workshop. So it's going, thank you, Louise. So the napkin is going in their new member packet. So I bought those at Amazon. Just look up chinoiserie napkins. They were like $4 for like 50. Thank you guys for helping time. Stir, stir, shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. All right, so you have to do this for 3 minutes. Yes, Donna, there are videos inside the Shattered Circle on how to cut strips, how to cut waves, how to cut leaves, how to cut all the things. So there are videos on how to cut, how to break, how to bust, how to tint resin, how to build your own canvas, how to create your own art Facebook page, how to wire the back of your art or larger art pieces. I'm trying to think what else. All the things. Anything you need to know to become a successful glass artist, you can find inside the Shattered Circle. Deanna said it was time. I'm going to go with that. All right. So I'm going to pull this one towards me and I'm going to elevate these. Someone was concerned that I wasn't elevating my canvases anymore, but I really am. I've just been waiting until after the live to elevate them. I promise I'm not leaving them set. Thank you, ladies. So I'm going to drizzle right on top of those glass pieces. Now these pieces are sitting on their edge. So I like to hit that top edge so that it runs down that piece of glass and glues it to my canvas. So we're going to cover these really nicely and watch how once the resin hits, especially the black and the gold, how it really pops. The black, let me do this piece right here. The black really goes poof and makes such a difference. So pretty. So let's do, I'm gonna move this leaf and I'm gonna spread a little resin here. And then I'm going to put my leaf back on top of it so that we have resin on the underside and the top. There we go. All right, so we're almost done with this one. Let me spread. I'm going to set that down. I'm going to spread it around. I'm going to get some on top of my leaf as well. It's like butter and bread. I hear my cat coming up the stairs. That's Jelly, Jelly Bean. He does not like to be left out. So the minute the door closes, he does not like it. All right, I'm gonna set this one aside for now. We'll come back to it in just a second. Yes, Cindy, she does. It's up now. So we're gonna come back. I'm gonna move my leaf off. And I'm gonna get that resin on all my little glass bits. I'm hitting that side really well. That edge of the glass. Letting it run down. All in between our little glass bits. I'm going to spread it. I need a little bit more right there, I can tell. I'll spread it with my little stick. gonna turn. These are 4x4. Sweet little gifties for a friend of a friend. That's about the only way I do custom art anymore, because I like to paint what I like to paint. And you know how it is with us creatives. Sometimes people want you to paint something and you're like, I'm just not in the feel for that. And we are weird that way. If we aren't feeling it, it's super hard to, I'm gonna put a little, well, let me do this. Super hard to paint something that, you know, isn't in your heart and soul and make it look nice. I mean, it's doable, obviously, but I don't like to paint things that I don't want to paint. So I rarely do custom anymore. But when your BFS asks you to. Jenny, I think that it depends. Oh, I already did that one. It depends on what I'm doing. Something this small, I like doing with my little stick because it's just easier to manage. Something really big, I will do with my hands actually. And something kind of in the middle, I like my spatula. So it just depends on my mood and how big my art piece is, I think. Probably mostly my mood. Probably, you know how we are. So I think you use whatever you're most comfortable with, whatever makes you happy. So I'm getting that on, trying to get it in the middle first. On all edges. I'm gonna have too much, not by much of a stretch, but I am gonna have a little excess. I think she's gonna be pleased with these. She saw the one I did a couple weeks ago on the Shattered Circle on our Wednesday live, and she was like, do you have any more of those? I was like, no. Pretty sure I gifted that to someone too. It was a super fun piece. Love the black. The pink on the black really pops. So I still have, Lord have mercy. Let me look. Where's my measurement? That's my ounces. I still have that's not an ounce. Hang on. 2 ounces, 1 ounce, 3/4, half. I still have 1/4 of an ounce left. So we could have made, so I made 1.5 ounces. So you could probably do another whole piece with that. You could probably do 1 ounce and get away with it because I have a lot of resin on my art piece. It's got a lot. It's just dripping in it. So I think 1 ounce is plenty for these little, oh look y'all, we gotta put this back. Let's don't forget. Almost messed up. Let me put a little on top. Where's Amy? She would have told me. Cindy told me. I see it. All right, so I'm gonna go around with my finger. I like to hit that edge. It kind of helps it not roll over the sides. Keeps it tidy. All right, hang on. And we still have to add seed beads too. All right. paints. All right, let's hit this with our heat gun. I have 1/4 ounce of resin left. And I don't have a thing. If I was at the studio, I would have something to put it on. I don't have a thing here. Not a thing to put it on. So that's a waste. I'm gonna get my heat gun and I'm gonna hit these just real quick with my heat gun. And pop the bubbles. I better turn the heat on. It's not really hot. There we go. So the heat pops the bubbles that we created when we mixed our resin. It's so hot or something. Maybe I'm turning it down. I think I'm turning it down. I don't have any more canvases, Gretchen, or I would. I mean, I'm at home, and I brought these with me from the studio, and if I had something to paint on, I would certainly do it. I hate wasting resin, more than you will ever know. Ugh, I hate it. Maybe I put resin on that. So, yeah, I was turning the heat down, obviously. So we're popping all those bubbles. Now, I'm looking around. I literally don't have a thing to put it on. Okay, so now I have these seed beads. So we're gonna like put a little something in the centers. And let me see if I have anything else we can futz with. No. Yeah, when you just bring what you need for the project you're working on. Oh, this is why I have a studio, y'all. I'm not supposed to be doing this. Got nothing to fix either. Uh-oh, I just spilled beads though. So these are the seafoamy looking frosted ones. So I'm gonna start with those. I'm gonna put a few right in the middle. See what happens. Oh, I love it. Definitely looks cool. Right in the middle here. But I'm gonna add some of the others as well. These really cute iridescent ones. These are my favorites. All right, so hang on, it's a new little thing, so I gotta get it open. Of course. Maybe we're not gonna use them. Hang on. Y'all, I can't wait to get a shower, and I cannot wait to take this nail polish off my nails. It is so bad. Ugh. And also, y'all know Steve is on the trail, right? He's in the Smokies. And we go on vacation May 3rd, so next week I get to drive up and get him. And I think somewhere in North Carolina. I don't know where he's gonna be. I'm gonna put these in a cup because these are chock full. That is chock full of beads, so I don't wanna go too crazy. So I'm just going to I'm gonna just put that everywhere. That looks like frost. Frost on the pumpkin. There we go. There's that one. I'm going to show you this close up. Hang on. That is so pretty. Can you see? Oh my goodness. It's so glary from the resin. I'll post a picture tomorrow when they're dry, close up and personal, so you can see all the detail. I'm going to add some frost on the pumpkin. We need a little more. Here comes my kitty crying. And last but not least, ooh, I'll add a few more over here. Digging it. Digging it. All right, we'll put these back in this little container. Thank you, Christine. So that we don't waste. Don't like to waste. Don't like to waste that resin. It's bugging me. So let me get that back on. And look, y'all, I'm gonna line them up. Look how cute. One for each friend at her office. So cute.